And hello and welcome to AleksTabletops MTG Quick Study Direct Challenge 7. My name is Alex and let's start our 7th Direct Challenge match. Okay, let me launch it and go. So, in this match, RippyG faced SkofiSun again. So, we will see what deck we're actually playing and against what deck we're actually playing in a bit. Well, this match is basically loading. Quick reminder that MTG Quick Study is a series of one-match episodes that focuses on learning from my own matches by rewatching and trying to analyze them. Direct Challenge part of this series is an interactive way for you to challenge me and have the chance to be a part of MTG Quick Study willingly, not just by random, and also show off your decks, skills, and learn from your mistakes. So yeah, apparently I'm playing one of the versions of my tournament deck. Again, this is probably an early version still, or maybe somewhere closer to the final version, we'll see. Since I have sort of frail lease, I believe it's already kind of closer to the actual version, but I'm not sure. So we actually took a pretty decent hand. We didn't have any early play, unfortunately, but sometimes with this deck, this is something that happens pretty often. I just don't have it. So SkofiSun plays as EZs. Again, we playing as Golgari, green-black or black-green, and of course SkofiSun plays EZs, which is blue-red. What the exact version of EZs SkofiSun has, I'm still not sure. I mean, I know certain cards that are like sort of SkofiSun has, but it's still pretty, I would say, inconsistent version of EZ. So it kind of, I believe, is all over the place. When you have EZs with Gutter Snipe, it's not necessarily a Drake deck, but it's not necessarily a deck that focuses on a lot of on utilizing the Gutter Snipe that much. So it kind of, again, I would say mid-range version or somewhat version that tries to do everything at once, which is the decks that I truly personally like. But of course, we all know that these decks are unfortunately inconsistent, usually. So yeah, SkofiSun continues to draw cards, which is, I guess, one of the things that he can do. And of course, the more spells will be played, the more cards potentially will be drawn. So this is kind of a clear thing. It's pretty... at this point, the good thing is that we already have Poison Departure, and if SkofiSun is not going to be able to remove it from play, we actually have a chance to do something about it. The game kind of starts pretty slow, so it's already kind of a mid-game, but it still kind of feels like an early overall. But again, as I said before, each deck has their own early, mid, and late game. That specifically ties to the actual strategy of the deck. If deck is fast, then the early game is going to be quicker, or faster. Mid game is going to be like, if we're going to think about early, mid, and late game in turns, again, it could vary. For the quick deck, early game might be 2 turns, mid game 4, and late game 6. For some decks that are much slower, of course, it might vary and completely change. SkofiSun decides to counter a probably annoying card for SkofiSun. I guess I would counter that too if I would knew that, then I'm not going to be able to remove it anyway. So this particular instance, I actually decided to focus on attacking, and also this 0-4 will slowly kind of, well, bring me down, so I decided to actually kill it. Which is not a good idea, because if opponent will start to put Drakes in play, we're kind of in trouble. Kinda, but not. I mean, we still have Multani, which opponent might potentially actually counter. So this is probably a risky thing to do, to actually cast Multani, because again, SkofiSun might have a counter spell, but turns out that SkofiSun didn't. Because I forgot about how Son works at that point, the fact that it actually gave me a mana in creatures, I actually should cast Vampire first and then Multani by basically see if SkofiSun will counter my Vampire first. It was kind of... Again, usually when I'm playing direct challenges, I'm not that focused as I would want to. Because, especially when I'm playing against SkofiSun, because usually we are speaking during the play on Discord via microphone. And because of this, sometimes for me it's not that easy to basically focus on talking on the game itself. So instead of kind of focusing more on speaking and talking about stuff, and because this is one of the times that we're actually able to speak with SkofiSun during the week or maybe even months. So usually I will use this opportunity to talk rather than just focus on playing, and at the same time try to play and actually kind of get something from the match itself. So what I'm doing here, it's kind of an interesting thing. I kind of want to force SkofiSun to decide either to basically accept a lot of damage or save Ral. Of course SkofiSun decides to save Ral. And for me, and of course this is the only kind of probably Drake that SkofiSun has. Because of this, I don't believe that opponent is willing to sacrifice the only Drake. I believe SkofiSun still believes that he has a chance to basically boost the Drake to the super great power and actually kill us, which might happen. Again, you never know. This is something that we will have to basically see how it will progress. Okay, this is pretty bad. So, 1000 Year Storm is one of the cards that basically could kill me, right? Like, come on. Again, this enchantment allows opponent to copy a spell equal to each time that the spell is going to be cast. So, if opponent already cast Shock, then this Shock will the next spell that is going to be cast will double. If opponent casted 2 Shocks, then each one will be doubled twice. So this is something that SkofiSun now is doing, basically. And if SkofiSun has another Shock, then it will basically triple, ideally. So I guess SkofiSun decides who to kill. Yeah, killing this guy would be a good idea. Hopefully I'm not going to forget to utilize Vampire Neonate. This is something that I'm usually sometimes forgetting. Oh snap, this is a good one. I mean, of course we're going to use it, we don't have another choice here. We need to get rid of this match, like as many things as possible. So because of this, I'm going to save Multani and kind of will try to get rid of all of this. It might actually give me the chance. And of course I will attack. Probably not the best idea to attack with all of them. Vampire Neonate would be better to actually keep. Instead of attacking and actually tap and gain some life if it was a mistake. Or maybe not. I actually kind of calculated probably everything, and because of this we won. That was quite good. So yeah, again, that was a quick one. We're not going to get any wins, so it doesn't matter like what's going to go next. So yeah, this match was pretty cool. I mean, this is a direct challenge. It's quick. It's sometimes it's actually quick. Yeah, all these 3 matches that I'm going to upload like right away, they're actually going to be relatively quick. So I wouldn't say that SkofiSun didn't have a chance, but again, we just got right cards in the right time, I guess. And SkofiSun, I guess, just didn't have proper hand, and to, I guess, to some extent, SkofiSun had Mana Flood, I believe. Yeah, I guess it all sums up this episode. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a boost and invite your friends. Again, it's important. If you want more, subscribe and set the bell note. Visit AleksTabletops on Twitch to be a part of MTG Study live sessions. Have a nice day or night, and see you in the next direct challenge. Bye.